Hello, my beauties. So I am coming in to share my story about Reiki and the Reiki training that I had yesterday. So we're going to go on a little journey together over the next couple of months as this unfolds. But I wanted to share with you the kind of it's like a cycle has been completed, because it was around this time in March in 2014 that I actually went for Reiki healing, and I came out of one of the sessions and connected with my higher self. They were kind of switched on, the connection, and I was walking back to my car and heard this voice say, "You need to go on a solitary meditation retreat." And I just kind of looked around thinking, well, where did that just come from? It wasn't like, when you have a thought, it just didn't feel like a thought, if you know what I mean. It wasn't like, because my thoughts are like, this was very clear, it was very precise, and it was also like I'd just really started a regular yoga practice. I wasn't really, I say yoga, the Western version of yoga. There wasn't a meditation practice at that point. It was more the kind of asana, so the physical part of yoga. And so it kind of struck me because it was very specific. It's solitary. It's a solitary meditation retreat. It was like, but I don't have a meditation practice. So you need to have a meditation practice to be able to go and be on a solitary meditation retreat, surely. Anyway, I found one very easily. Went on this solitary retreat in a little hut off a meditation centre, was on my own for like 3 days, crapping my pants a lot of the time because I'm in this tiny little hut in a field all by myself, and at night time there was a toilet outside, so I'd have to go to the toilet. At night time I would wedge a chair up against the door and would sleep with a knife under my bed. It was totally nuts. But I came out of that experience, got back in my car and was driving home, and heard that voice again say, "You need to quit your job and go and do your yoga teacher training." And again, it was like, I was a women's wear buyer. I'd been in the retail industry for maybe 15 years. So although being spiritual is kind of who I was very much in the closet about it. I wasn't very vocal about the things that I did, crystal healing or energy work, or the fact that I actually felt energy wasn't something that I spoke to anyone about. So it was all so fascinating. Anyway, fast forward 10 years, I did quit my job and I did go and do my yoga teacher training, and life has just been this kind of magical roller coaster ride. And I ended up coming back to Birmingham, which I haven't lived here for 20 odd years, and found somewhere to go and do my Reiki level 1. And it's only 3 hours to get your level 1, and it feels super simple. It doesn't feel like, considering all the training that I have done, at the moment it feels pretty simple. which I'm just at the moment blown away by. So that happened yesterday, and I just wanted to kind of explain a little bit about what Reiki is and where it comes from. And then, I'll go and do my level 2 next month. There's practices that we need to do in between that time. So maybe I'll share something around that. Apparently it has been very secret, secretive in terms of like the information that is shared. And I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't even know, I couldn't explain what Reiki was to anybody. And so I am going to read what I'm going to say to you now. So I am doing Usu. I don't know whether that's pronounced correctly. Usu Reiki. So this is traditional Japanese, and it's mixed in with Western Reiki. So the teacher that I have, you get this whole lineage. It's fantastic. I really love it. And they were talking about the lineage of it, and that Reiki actually only came about in 1912. I thought it was way older than 1912. But Reiki is universal life force energy, and Ki is like chi, life force. And what we're doing is working with the universal life force energy, allowing that to channel through to whoever wants to receive that kind of healing. And really, I believe that you can't heal somebody. You can simply, if someone wants to be healed, they're opening themselves up to the healing force of the universe, and it's coming through a channel, which would be, somebody like me, or you can heal yourself, self-healing. And that's where it starts. And I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I'm quite excited about it because it's the first level is called Shodan, and that is about, it's awareness. It's awareness for self. It's awareness for the kind of the dynamics of life and that kind of bigger picture as well. So you start with self-healing, and we're working with that universal energy that he was talking about across not just in this life, but across all your lives, all past lives. And I just felt like that was so amazing, that not only do you help heal this current life, but all lives. And that's just amazing to me. And apparently you can't do any harm with Reiki. You can only put good stuff in. I think the way that he explained it was like you've got a bath full of dirty, muddy water, and you're just putting that running that clear water until it becomes clear. So I thought that was really fascinating as well. And you're working on all layers. So you've got the physical layer, the emotional layer, which is said to be like a fist distance in terms of energy, is a fist distance away from the body. Then you've got, just going to find it in my book. I can't find where that was, but there was I think it was the intellectual layer, which is however far outside the body. I can't find it, but that's all right. I'll come back to that another time. So there are different layers to your kind of life force, and you're working with all of the different layers. So it's just so fascinating, really. So what is there? So here you've got the 4 layers. Physical is your physical body. Emotional is one fist outside of the body. The intellectual is like an elbow to the fingertips away from the body, outside of the body, and then you've got the spiritual, which would feel like the room. So your energy, your spiritual energy, is constantly interacting with other people's energies as well. So we're in this, whether you're consciously aware of it or not, connecting with others with your life force and being more mindful. There's this kind of self-awareness around how your energy affects you, affects others. So this is where we are currently, just working through level 1 to prepare for level 2 and building up that self-awareness and working with my own energy. And apparently you can, it's really good to work with other people. So if there's anyone in my vicinity that would love to have a little bit of an experiment with some Reiki, absolutely drop me a line, because that would be amazing if I could practice. But we then did a little practice at the end. So we had a little practice on somebody. And like I say, I really feel energy, and, I've done Tai Chi and Qigong and yoga, and I work with the 5 elements, and that's very much like Tai Chi and Qigong. So in terms of energy, it's something that I have a strong connection to anyway. So going round somebody else's body and just feeling the energetic shifts in the hands was just so fascinating. So this is the journey that I'm on. I'm going to be coming in and sharing how things unfold for me on this journey. And yeah, come along on this little journey